I'm head teacher at Broadfields Primary School. And Broadfields Primary School is a very large primary school in North London. It's very, very diverse, reflective of our community here in Edgware. I think that it's rather like a microcosm of the world. I mean, we've got every diversity you could imagine, whether it's faith, wealth, country of origin, it's all reflected in our school. Well, I think it's very important that we have a consistency of understanding about values, our personal and professional values. Why we're doing things should be based on values. I think if you have got a strong sense of personal values, then that will help with your professional life.
I think it's really important that everybody's working towards the same goals, that we all have a common language to support each other and sometimes challenge each other in a way that, you know, we don't feel threatened. But it's also giving me the opportunity personally to reflect on how I communicate with people, not just at school but at home as well, and how my actions impact as well on other people, and think about actually how can I value those people more.
We do always talk about how we constantly praise the children, you know, giving them stickers, points, whatever it is, but we do forget that we should also praise each other.
Values to me are the things that you hold dear, I think, either for me as a person. They're concepts that speak quite deeply to who I am and who I should be as a person. I feel they keep me quite principled. They guide me through life, through the things that are easy, through things that are hard, and they kind of keep me balanced.
I think it was really eye-opening because people have been speaking since about how they're going to try and address challenges within the school.
It's in the background all the time and you're kind of aware that, you know, when you go into a conversation, you're aware that you need to be in a different frame of mind even, like a bit more understanding, and it does, I think, and also within my teaching for the kids as well. It's changed how I've approached different situations with the children. So I found that I've actually sort of been more understanding of the children, giving them a bit more time to talk to me about any problems or issues.
It's just made me more aware really of things that I wasn't aware of before, and it's also made me realise that sometimes it's just the little things that count, like just saying thank you, reminding everybody that we all have the same values, doesn't matter what part of the building you work in. It just, you know, it brings us back together again.
I think how it's been useful is that it's forced me to actually take stock of my values and actually carry those out in specific and concrete ways, whereas before I just had this general idea, quite hazy. That's been useful. What it's really highlighted to me is how important values are in the workplace because of the amount of time that you spend here, where every single day I'm actually going out of my way to think about, right, who can I thank for what? And I'm actually looking for people to thank. And it makes you realise actually how many people do so many things for you and how actually we cannot function just as one individual. The use that this workshop has given the school is that it's created an awareness of the fact that these are things we have to think about.
We don't often stop and ask them what matters to you. So actually stopping and asking and understanding what were the values that were important to the staff. You know, working here for 11 years, we've never had that conversation, and I think it was an important one to have.
It's just being aware now of what I'm doing when I'm interacting with other people, and that I've learned that the values, although we've been doing it as a school and a professional environment, the values don't just finish with my colleagues. It extends to the children, it goes to the parents. I'm hoping that it will filter to the people who weren't able to come. Yeah, I think now people will start to just have it in their minds constantly.
that's been quite interesting how it's affected my teaching as well, rather than just how I interact with adults around.
It helped me to be a bit more concerned about how your values do feed into what happens around you, and the importance of actually having values that align with other people. I think I've got a very clear idea of what values are. I think I've always known that I've known what my values are in theory, not always in practice. And now I feel like I know that actually this is what the importance of values is in a community. You need to be very clear on what your values are, and it's not okay for them just to be some wishy-washy thing that you can mention in passing but not really do anything with. One of the most useful things of the Wake Up to Values project, just this idea of, okay, these are the values of Broadfields. We've written them out, we've discussed them, we have ownership of them because we came up with them, and they are now clearly displayed for everyone to see. And I think that's been really good, because it's hard to align yourself with somebody else if you're not entirely sure what their values are.
So yes, I'm sure that there will be a legacy from the programme, and I'm confident that it certainly highlighted the importance of behaving in alignment with your own personal values and the school values. Now that the sessions are over, we are going to be looking to continue the work. We did come up with some specifics at the end of the last session. We will hold meetings with different groups across the school to talk about values. Another good idea was to have in our morning meeting on Mondays, which is held for the whole staff, a value of the week. So we have come up with some concrete ideas already, but we will be looking to think of other ways in which we can embed the whole process.